Hi, I'm Patricia Shanks, and this is Studio Shanks Sundays live at 5. My very special guest today is Dr. Susan Mohini Kane. And I hope I've said all of that properly. I always check after the fact for some reason. Hi,
Perfect.
Susan.
Hi,
Hi.
Patricia. It's so good to see you.
It's good to see you because we haven't seen each other in many, many moons, and you look marvelous.
And same to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
And to continue with your introduction, I want to tell people a little bit about all of your wonderful background because it's amazing. You are all over the place. 27 years as a college professor, and you're on to other things which we'll be talking about. And I know because I know you well, you're very supportive. You're very kind and sweet and helpful to all of the students and colleagues and people you've worked with. You are a musician and a yogini, which I can't wait to get into that. And you have degrees from University of Cincinnati College Conservatory of Music, and the position of Professor Emerita from California State University, Los Angeles. And you've sung forever. We have your recording artist, and I listened to some of your stuff just today, just to get you back in my ear, and I love it. And you're also an author, of course, because we can't leave anything out. And you have written The 21st Century Singer. And I know that's a very good book. I don't know. Why don't we just start with what you've done, who you are? Okay.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Thank you for that beautiful introduction. These, as I always say, these credits are certainly part of who I am, but certainly not all of who I am. These professional credits are things I've been very privileged to be able to get an education and to be able to be in classical music for a long time and to be able to record things. But I am also married to a lovely fellow who did this photo that's behind me here. He's a professional photographer. And, I have a family like everybody else, and, I'm trying to make ends meet like everybody else. And I love to meditate, and I love to hike. I love nature. And so all of these things kind of make up what is, a whole human. So many people see that I've written a book and I have CDs and I have my doctorate and blah, blah, blah. And they think that there's something inhuman about me. But no, no, I am just as human as everybody else listening to this. And every single thing that I've done as an accomplishment, I've done for students or for people, for other people, and not for feathers in my cap. So if anything that I've done has helped anybody else become a better singer or has helped anybody feel better by listening to my singing or to my students singing, then I feel like I've done something in life.
Yes, yes, and I know you are very down to earth too. From the first moment I met you, I enjoyed talking with you. And kudos to your husband. That is beautiful artwork. I love the sky and clouds.
Ah,
Gorgeous.
thank you.
Very peaceful. Very peaceful. And yeah, you just barely touched on the yogini aspect of who you are and what you do. And you've practiced yoga and meditation for a long time. How did you get into that?
Yes, yes, more than 30 years now. It has been quite a journey. I got into meditation back when I lived in Chicago, many moons ago, as you say, Patricia. And I found a meditation teacher who is just fantastic. You know how a lot of singers find a great voice teacher and they just stay with them. I think you learn better with a teacher, and that's the case with pretty much everything, whether it's singing or whether it's meditation or hatha yoga or whatever kind of yoga. I practice Siddha yoga, which is Siddha, Siddha, which encompasses hatha yoga. It encompasses learning about the scriptures. It encompasses meditation. It encompasses like journaling and visualizing things. And also, the hatha yoga, though I go to actual hatha yoga classes just in the world for those. But yeah, it's been a journey from really, I can't even imagine what my life would be like if I hadn't learned how to meditate and how to contemplate my life and have a self inquiry.
Yes, yes. And not only that, but there are so many voice related aspects to both yoga and meditation. The yoga, I know hatha, I've had hatha students talk about, and I'm sure with the other, with the sita, that it's similar, that breathing is a major component of doing that properly. And then, of course, there's breathing and relaxation with the meditation, and singers, in particular classical singers. I talked with someone else recently about this, can get a little bit too perfectionistic and uptight.
Yeah.
And
All singers, really all people that are doing something great in the world, that's something to deal with for sure.
yeah, yeah. So it can actually help people relax a little bit and tune into their inner self and allow that musical expression to come through.
That is a perfect way of saying it, Patricia, to tune in. I wouldn't couldn't say it any better than that. And my book, The 21st Century Singer, has a lot of exercises for that for singers. If there are any singers listening, there are lots of like real practical, down to earth ways to tune in to who you are, what you want, and how you want to offer your singing in the world.
Yes, yes, yes. We have to be introspective, and also a number of other things. I don't Being a classical singer is not an easy thing for the people who want to just suddenly sing an aria, out of left field. There's an awful lot of work and introspection and inner work, and that goes into being able to make that perfect, beautiful outward expression without being perfectionistic.
Right. What a balance.
Yeah, yeah. So, and I listened to some of your things. It seems that you're in your vocal journey. You've done a lot of the classical standard soprano repertoire. You're a soprano, and have also, I think I heard this beautiful Carlisle Floyd contemporary piece that you sang, I think for First Congregational. Was
Oh,
that where?
right. That Trees in the Mountains, it's on YouTube.
Yeah. Oh, it's gorgeous, as is everything. I just kind of hunted and picked things out, but absolutely beautiful. Absolutely. So,
Thank you.
was there a focus, or is there a focus for vocal, or are you changing? Are you morphing into other areas?
I am changing. I am changing every single day. Like I kind of hope we all do is, find a way to keep reinventing ourselves with every stage of our lives, with everything that happens in our lives. And so one of the things, I left the university in just 8 months ago, and I've been a university college professor and teaching classical music all these years, but I've had a secret self that has always written songs. I've been a secret singer-songwriter.
Oh,
And
see?
ever since I was 7. And now I have the opportunity and the time to do that. So I am really digging into becoming a better songwriter and a better singer. My songs are, I'm working on a CD of my own original songs right now, and I accompany myself on piano and ukulele and guitar. And
Fun.
yeah, it's so much fun. It's such a different world from the classical world. It's completely different. And the people that I'm meeting in this world, singer-songwriter world, are wanting to collaborate all the time and do things together and write songs and perform together and support each other. It's very a little bit different than the classical world, and it's wonderful. So yeah, I'm learning how to use my lower range much more fully and with more confidence, because I was a pretty high soprano, as you could tell from my recordings,
Right.
lyric coloratura basically.
Yes.
But now I'm just a regular singer of sing-along songs, almost like folky kind of songs, or maybe quirky indie songs. So yeah, so that's the new iteration of me. So my
Well,
new CD
fun.
be coming soon.
Great. Good. We'll look forward to that. Yeah, we'll have to follow you, and I'll make sure that we have your website and all of your information on the video here.
Okay.
But yeah, it's sort of a crossover world, and Everything is crossover now.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. And I think it had to, just to step aside with a thought for a moment, I think it kind of had to go that way because strict classical, it's too compartmentalized for today's audiences, I think.
I think,
And
yeah. Oh, sorry, you weren't
no,
done.
go
Go ahead.
ahead. Go ahead.
I was going to say it's not only very specific, but I believe it's also too narrow. Classical music is not as inclusive as it could be. It's still the era, it still works in the era of what I call DWEM music, DWEM, which is dead white European men.
Yeah.
Music by dead white European men. And I don't believe in this day and age. I mean, the music is beautiful, and don't get me wrong. This is not to say that the dead white European men that we sing aren't wonderful. They are.
Yes.
But there are other people and other types of music, other voices out there. And I felt like for me, I couldn't keep just doing that. And so I do have a project right now that's in the works with my colleague from North Carolina. And we do this project called Her Music Lives. And we are trying to, we're doing little lecture recitals, little 10-minute videos about one song by one woman. And we're being more inclusive. We're finding women of color from all different eras and also, also white women, but, all women and who have written songs, and to try to decolonize the repertoire, for the classical repertoire that exists today. So I can still sing my classical repertoire, but I am also trying to uplift women and girls and their voices.
Yes, excellent. And I think not only that, but this is just my own opinion. Again, for a moment, I'll step aside because you brought this up. I think that the sound of classical singing, I mean, technique is good technique, but I think this came along with the more contemporary classical music, the sounds and squeaks and beeps and things. I think there's an in between now where it's almost like genuine classical traditional technique, some other kinds of sounds of maybe more popular styles of singing mixed in, and then the tweet beeps and things. I mean, or do you think that any?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I think that the whole world is opened up now, and especially I know COVID has been a horrible, horrible thing for most people, but one of the good things that has come out of it is that we are doing more technology. All of us are learning more about technology and being able to record from home. Like I have a microphone at home now. I did never have that. I can manipulate my sound on some software now, and I can make, if I want, for me, I like putting in like background waves or birds chirping, that kind of thing. We can do that kind of a thing, or we could add the beeps and the different kinds of things as well. But I think it also gives classical singers a chance to do more creative work instead of just being recreative, which is what we have been training people to do for years.
Right, right. Yeah, it's kind of exciting. It's kind of exciting change. Yeah. So now I want to not forget to segue into your latest greatest big project, which is big and multifaceted. It's sort of an arts collective kind of a project, and I'll let you introduce it and talk about maybe how this came about and a little philosophy and whatever you'd like to say about it.
Okay, awesome. So, as of last week, I launched the Santosha Voice Group. Santosha is a Sanskrit word that means happiness. And obviously, voice can be any type of voice, whether you're speaking or singing. And group is just all of us, like a collective, as you said. Again, your words are perfect today, Patricia. It's perfect.
Oh, great.
And the Santosha Voice Group exists to bring happiness through singing, and to do that in any way possible. And because of my background with all of my degrees and things, I'm also still training singers to be kind of a different kind of singer for the 21st century. That's much more inclusive, that's much more crossover, and that's much more capable of going out there and doing her own thing. and not be completely dependent upon the pianist or the orchestra, but to be able to get out there and offer her singing uh, for the good of people, as a gift for the good of people. So I'm helping singers do that, and really not much different than what this Live at Five is doing. You're uplifting singers and singing in the world as a wonderful thing to do. And I really believe that we're on the same page there, in that I want to uplift singers and singing as a almost like a remedy for the times we're in.
Right. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. And we have to support each other. I've said this out attending performances with friends who are singers. Saying I have to be here for you. You have to be here for me. We have to be there for each other. To keep things going and to keep our spirits up and keep moving forward. So now you're working with singers. You also are sort of an umbrella for, I noticed you've posted some other teachers who have very specific kinds of, um, uh, like Patricia, is it Saicedo,
Mm-hmm.
who does the Latin American or Latin music. And then there was another person posted, and I can't remember exactly what her specialty was, but they're specialists.
Yes. One of the things that I'm trying to do with this site is it's my new workplace now. I mean, it's a place where I wanted it to be full. So when you said it was, oh, it's so full of things, it might be a little overwhelming. I wanted it to be full of free resources for singers and wonderful people to contact and ideas of things that people can do. I wanted it to be so full. That's why it took a long time to get up, because I wanted to fill every little nook and cranny of it and then leave spaces for this area you just talked about, which is highlight a singer and highlight a cause. So I highlight a singer in our community, and the singer I'm highlighting this month is Heather Fetro, and she does unsung women from the unknown to the renowned, and she does women composers, and she
Right.
does recordings of women composers among all the other things she does. And Patricia Sissedo also is trying to decolonize art song, which is one of my goals as well, but through Iberian music. So she's working really, really hard. Now, truth be told, I don't know her at all. I reached out to her to see if it was okay to put her on my website, and she didn't respond. So she's on my website for this month. But who knows? Maybe you'll be there next month
Ooh,
as
that would be
highlight
nice.
a cause, right? So, and I think it's really important we do that for each other, and also that we see, what is she doing? She's doing some amazing things. That repertoire isn't really that available to us. She's from Colombia, and she's doing really neat things. And I have a Colombian student who also is, inspired by her and doing things that are similar to what she's doing. So it helps me be a better teacher as well. So yeah, there's also my resource hub, where I invite people to write blogs or give a video or something to give to the community as well. And then there's going to be, starting in September, a subscription. So you can join the singer community, subscribe and be a member, and then everything on the site is available to you, and all the things I do are available for half price, including voice lessons. So it's like it's just meant to be a fun, lovely place to come that's constantly updated, where you can just go and be inspired for free, or you can join the group and help us inspire each other for just a little bit every month, or you can take a course. Um, many opportunities, ways to get involved.
Right, right. I saw something listed. This sounds like a commercial, and I don't mean it to sound like a commercial unless you want it to. But there was a mini course for 9.99 or something, which is no matter what you're offering, that's a deal. That's a screaming deal. So
Yeah.
I'd say people should take it and see what it
Thank you.
is.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, it's just all gifts. They're all things I'm giving. And I charge a little bit of money for things, and some things I charge a lot more money for, but I only do that so that you recognize their value, not because I want to bilk you for money. Do you know?
Right. Well,
So,
I think 9.99 is a more than a fair price for
okay.
whatever. Like I said, whatever you have to offer, I'm sure it's worth much more than 9.99. But it does feel a little bit like a car commercial or something right now.
I know, I don't mean to do that at all either, because the point
I did
being,
it.
Oh, okay. Well, the point being that I really do believe singing is the best free activity that everybody can do in on the planet that will make the whole planet better.
Yes, and what am I trying to say? It's the most flexible instrument. It's the most available instrument. It's the most flexible because we can make sounds a clarinet. I don't care how creative a clarinetist is. There are only so many clarinet sounds a clarinetist can make, or any other instrument. You
Right?
know, a piano, you can make it loud, soft, but voices you can do incredible things with. So yes, you have it there. You should learn how to use it and enjoy it and share it with others.
Yeah.
So,
And not only do it for your own fun, but to do it really because it is a beneficial act to give to humanity. And try to be good at it, but if you're not good at it, it's still beneficial.
well, yes, and who cares? But but not only that, you know, there are stories all the time about choral singing, for one, and how healthy it is for
Yeah.
people, because of breathing, because of group spirit and camaraderie. So singing is very important, as all arts are, much more important than we tend to treat them in the world. But yes, and you're doing, your energy is all over your website, and the website is, you want to say what the website name is?
It's Santosha Voice Group.com. It sounds, Santosha is just like it sounds.
Santosha.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, great. And again, we'll put that there. You know, as I looked at the website and thought about all of your credits, there are so many avenues, and I want to make sure that we touch on everything. Is there anything that I haven't brought up or that you haven't highlighted? Anything, maybe something that some of your students are doing or have done, or anything else? I know I'm sort of mumbling here, giving you a chance to think, you know, go through the mind and see if there's anything else that you'd like to talk
Well,
about.
I mean, you've really hit on the important things. I one thing that I find interesting, and I think it would be interesting to speak with you about, is that I started out of the clear blue randomly. This jazz swing quartet contacted me to take over for their soprano, and I had never sung jazz swing music before. And so I really had to learn, and I auditioned for them, and they accepted me in, and I've been singing with them now. And just changing to do singer songwriter, jazz swing, plus my classical music, it feels so like I kind of had to get off my high horse, so to speak. Do you know what I mean?
Yes,
And
yes.
and really connect with people, and to be able to have a heart to heart song with somebody is really kind of cool. And so every Sunday, what I've been doing, and the reason I've probably missed your live at fives up till now, is that every Sunday at 5, I've been doing a tiny concert on Patreon. And I've been joining people. Like last week was one of my students who has got this band called Diamonds, and his name is Joseph Gaudete, and he's just a beautiful, beautiful tenor. And he came and sang with me on the concert. It was like a dream come true to just like, let's sing together.
Oh,
You
nothing
know?
like it. Nothing
Oh,
like it. So much fun singing, you know, doing parts with others. And so what is the name? Can you share the name of this group that you're singing with now?
yeah, it's called Just Us.
Just Us?
Just Us, not justice, just us.
Yeah,
And so,
not Justice. Yeah, Just Us. I think
just,
Justice is something else. I'm
uh,
thinking rock pop something.
right,
Yeah.
right. Just us. And we're going to be opening for Big Bad Voodoo Daddy on September 17th, which is very exciting.
Yes.
You can find that on my calendar, and you can buy tickets to come and hear me sing with this group. It's really fun. I mean, I was embarrassed to say it was so fun for a while because, you know, I'm a classical singer. I'm a diva. But no, it's just all out fun, all the time.
It is.
So.
Is it choreographed and all too? Yeah.
Yeah, we have chorography. It's wonderful. It's
Yeah.
really a lot of fun.
How many people are in the group?
4. It's just a quartet.
Oh, so it's vocal. It's strictly vocal.
It's a vocal quartet, and we sing to backing tracks.
Great.
or
And
bands whenever bands are available and affordable. Yeah.
that says a lot that you're opening for Big Bad Voodoo Daddy because they're very well known and
Yeah.
established, and you guys must be good.
Oh, we must be. There, it's in Santa Clarita, so you guys come on up to Santa Clarita and hear us. It'll just be a fun night of us. We're going to sing at the very opening for a half hour, and then they have the rest of the night. So
Great, great. So that calendar is on the Santosha site?
yes, yes.
Okay, so things to look for. I suddenly have a frog.
Oh,
We're talking,
ribbit.
nothing like, yeah. So anyway, if I can get past my little froggy, I know that we haven't explored everything. I know that there's much more to Dr. Susan Mohini Kane, but we'll have to visit the website to read up on you and to read up on your programs. And I encourage people who want to become involved to go visit and see and take advantage of that 9.99 thing. I really like that.
You're so,
Yeah.
so adorable. And we'll look for Patricia Shanks and Shanks Studio to be on there in October. That'll be wonderful. We'll
I
talk.
would
We'll
love
talk.
it.
We'll talk.
Okay, we'll talk. It'd be great. I like it a lot.
Wonderful.
Okay, Susan. Well, thank you very much. I'm going to be kicking myself because I know there's something we've forgotten that I've forgotten. But I thank you so much for chatting with me and for sharing all of everything, all of this with everyone. And in the meantime, we will see everyone next time on Studio Shanks Sundays live at 5. So be sure to subscribe and tune in and do all those good things that you're supposed to do. Thanks. And thank you, Susan.
Thank you so much. It's been lovely.